Hello students, welcome to session number 14 where we are going to discuss about uh, types of gates and walls in the hydroelectric energy. So at the end of this video you will come to know what is the function of gates and what are the types of gates and walls. Okay. Gates, we will see types of gates, and before going to study the type of gates, we will see what is gate. Now we know that water is allowed to flow into penstock or canal or directly to the turbine through the intake system, isn't it? So the control of head of water elevation and discharge through the dam may be effected in three principal ways, namely crest control, crest gates, or sluice gates or valves. Okay, so in order to control the flow, we need certain arrangement in the intake system. So there, as I said earlier, there are three different control ways. One is crest control, crest gates, and sluice gates or valves. Now modern dams are uses usually gates. In that there are five different types of gates are there. One is called as vertical lift gate, second one is radial gate, third one is rolling gate, fourth one is drum gate, fifth one is tilting flap gates. Okay, so we will see one by one. This is very important topic, please note that. In that first vertical gate, vertical lift gate, so this is the sketch where you can see a vertical lift gate. Vertical lift is nothing but it is a sliding gates which are used for smaller installation, and the gate is lifted by means of hoisting cables. So you can see there is a hoisting cable, so it can lift by using hoisting cables. So there, these are rectangular sliding gates which will move between the groove. Okay, so guides, grooves or guides, and can be raised or lowered by hoisting mechanisms at the top. Okay, these gates are generally made up of steel and placed vertical, although they may be kept slightly inclined. If it is it can be kept slightly inclined in downstream. Okay, so because of high hydrostatic force on the gate lifting mechanism must be able to overcome high frictional forces developed uh, in this particular type of plant. Okay, so on the crest of the dam, vertical guides are provides path for sliding motion of steel gates, as I mentioned earlier. These steel gates are used for small power plants. Okay, these vertical type of gates are used for small power plants. The gate lifting mechanism must be able to overcome high friction losses developed in the guides due to high hydrostatic force. A gate of 5 meter square area weighs 150 tons and has to withstand 2000 tons of water. Okay, so this is about vertical gate. Next we will see a second type, radial gate. Okay, So this is the diagram for radial gate. You can able to see, which is also called as traitor gate. Okay, the steel framework supports the gate, which is in the form of segment of a cylinder. The frame is pivoted on uh, Turnions. Okay, so it is made up of strong steel cylindrical segment supported in a steel frame that is mounted on a set of turnions. Okay, the drum segment faces the water side, and as you can able to see, it faces water side, and operated by a hoisting cables connected at the top. Okay, when the gate is lifted, it pivots about the turnions and opens for water flow. Okay, opens for water flow above the spillway. Okay, the operation of this gate is much simpler and higher and lighter. This is particularly very lighter than the vertical gate, and also friction forces are much less in this gate compared to the vertical gate. Okay, so this type of gate, the friction is much less than the sliding gate, and for the same sizing of sliding gates, the hoist load is also much less. Okay, this is about radial gate. Next we will see, this is a one sketch where you can see a radial gate. See here also. Okay, next we will see rolling gate. Okay, so the figure shows a rolling gate. It consists of a cylindrical drum made up of steel. Okay, the lower portion of gate is a cylindrical segments. Okay, it is a cylindrical segments, and touches the spillway crest. Okay, the gate rolls on the rack when force is applied by means of hoisting cables. It will rolls. Okay, the operation of the gate is accomplished by a rolling the cylindrical beam on a inclined tracks through the both wheels attached at the end. So you can able to see. Okay, there is a hoist cable which is controlled by hoist, and you can see the cylindrical drum. Okay, which is rolling in inclined rollers. Okay, so the rolling gates are preferred for long span and moderate height. Okay, long spans and moderate height. Next, we will see drum gates. Okay, drum type gate. So this is the diagram figure for drum type, the which is shown cross section of a drum gate. In this type, gate is also preferably adapted for long spans. Okay, it is a segment of steel drum and is mounted in a basis on top of the spillway crest. It is normally kept enclosed within the races in the crust during the low runoff periods and floods. Okay, and this type of gate fits in a races, as I mentioned. When the runoff is improves, the gate is raised up to store more water in the reservoir. So which is suitable gate for sealing. Suitable gate sealing is arranged so as to minimize water leakage. Okay, so next is last one. It is tilting gates. You can see the sketch tilt gate or tilt flap gate. Okay, so here you can able to see the lower edge of the flap is hinged to the upstream part of the dam, and upper edge is held in position by chains or screw rods supported by an overbridge. Okay, so the flood water is passed over the crest of the gate by lowering. the gate by lowering the gate above the hinge as shown figure. The gate is more suitable for small size. So in figure you can make out there is a gate operating mechanisms and gate positioning indicator. Okay, these are the very important part in order to close, in order to lift the flap. So you can see the flap gate in lowest position flap and gate in the highest position. So by suitable when the flood is passed, this will move up and it will flow down. So in that way it will works. Next, we will study about valves, okay, and the types. Especially valves are used in hydroelectric plants to regulate the flow of water at the intake and the discharge end. Okay, so there are two types of valves used in hydel plants. They are needle valve and tube valve. Apart from these two, there is gate valve, butterfly valve, rotary valves also there. But in this video, I'm restricting the explanation about needle valve and tube valve. This is the diagram for needle valve. So here. You can able to see there are three water filled chambers A, B, C, which in which hydraulic pressure can be varied. The valve is opened and closed by varying pressure in these chambers. Okay, the valve is opened by forcing a needle that you can able to see here, needle to the left, and this is done by increasing pressure in chamber C. Okay, and releasing in chamber A and B, okay, which are interconnected. To close the valve, the pressure is increased in chamber A and B, which while pressure in chamber C is really decreased or exhausted to the atmosphere. Okay, so its opening and closing are controlled by varying the pressure in a chamber A and B, C. Next is a needle valve, sorry, tube valve. Okay, so the figure is shown for the tube valve. This valve is opened or closed by mechanical means. Okay, by mechanical means. To open or close the valve, cylinder or which is called as tube is moved towards or away from the valve seat with the help of screw stem activated by a bevel gear. Okay, so as compared to the needle valve, this valve is higher in lighter in weight and is shorter in length. Okay, this is the advantages. So in this video we studied what is gauge, what is valve, what are the types of gate and valves.